There are people right now all across the country getting rich by wholesaling in small, tiny towns. And it's an untapped market. While everybody else is struggling to wholesale real estate in all the major metros, there's over 19 small towns all across the country. And in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can find these motivated sellers and do deals with them while everybody else is fighting for the rest of the crumbs. I want to share with you a message that I got from one of my clients about a few deals that he's doing. One of the deals, he says that he just closed, he made $20,446, and it came from a nationwide Facebook ad campaign and in a very small town in New Mexico. He has another one that he's closing in a few days, and that one he's closing for $17,000. Now, right now there's an opportunity that exists with Facebook ads in these small towns where you can make a killing over the next several months, next 6 months, this year. And I want to share with you the campaigns we're running, the results we're getting, and the nuances of this, so then that way you could replicate the same thing. Here we are in the Facebook Ads Manager, and I have a few campaigns that I want to walk you through. Now, we can target cities, major cities that, populated areas, and I'm talking about, Jacksonville, Charlotte, Fayetteville, North Carolina, all the main Texas cities. And we could still achieve a relatively low cost per lead. If you notice here, I have two campaigns running. These are relatively new campaigns. And we just started them at $12.50 each, $12.50 each. And they're generating leads. And you can see them here at a cost of $20.87 per lead. So relatively inexpensive. However, if we take and we then now do nationwide, and now we're getting leads for a fraction of the cost. You can see here that we've got leads here, $7.88 per lead, which is really amazing. This campaign just started, something to keep in mind is that you can get this sort of results right out of the gate. So let's look at another one here. There's another campaign just started, $35 a budget per day. I believe this budget is $35. You could do any budget you want. $20 a day is kind of like, I believe, a good budget to start off with. And $35 per day is right now this is targeting states. So now instead of targeting cities or nationwide, you can target the top 12 or 15 states. And now these leads are $12.66 per lead. And here's another nationwide campaign. Again, this one here just started, 3 leads and $9.53 per lead. So an amazing cost per lead. Now here's the thing. Let me share with you some of how these leads look like when they come in. I blocked out the address just simply because they're real life leads and we don't want you. No, I know you wouldn't call them, but other people who are not friendly with us, they might see this as an opportunity to call these leads, and we don't want that. You can see here the pricing. You can see here the property type, the occupancy, the condition, and the motivation. That's all the information that we get so we can make sure it's a good lead. And now some of you might say, well, Chico, are these leads any good? Well, first of all, look, not every lead is going to be an amazing lead, but you're paying $7.88 per lead. If you buy leads from these paper lead companies and you want a lead in a nice populated area, you're going to spend $150, $250, $300 for that lead. They'll sell you nationwide leads for $75, but those are like the hand-me-down leads. So that means you're not going to get any good areas. You're just going to get the crap that nobody else wanted to buy. Some companies out there sell you leads for $30, but now they've taken that lead and sold it to like 5 or 6 other people. So you're getting seconds or thirds or fourth. Here, this lead is yours and only yours, right? Because what we do is we set up these campaigns for our clients. So if you're interested in getting these campaigns set up and then we hand deliver them to you, and we show you how to run them. You never have to hire an agency ever again. You never have to worry about buying leads, cold calling, or anything like that. Then click the link in the description, and we can certainly help you. We'll have a quick conversation about it, and it's relatively inexpensive. Now, let's take a look at, so these are the type of leads we get. Now you might be wondering, okay, can you make any money with these leads? Of course you can. I have a sampling here of our last set of closings here recently. And these, out of the closings, we have leads that we are getting in large metro areas. So we have, you know, even if you're running nationwide, we're going to get leads in the major cities. So you can see here Jacksonville, Cheektowaga, New York, Lathrop Village, Michigan, which is a suburb of Detroit, Colorado Springs, Raleigh, North Carolina, and then you have Milwaukee here as well. Now, however, the majority of the deals closed from this batch of leads were in smaller areas. Here's one in Benton Harbor, Michigan. These are the exact addresses, actually. Small city in southwest Michigan. Richmond, Indiana, small city near the Ohio River. Troy, North Carolina. Alabaster, Alabama. Altoona, Florida. Goshen, Indiana. Villa Rica, Georgia. I should say that better because I'm Hispanic. Burlington, North Carolina. Now, let me show you an example. This is where, let me show you where the Troy was located. This is in Troy, North Carolina. I never heard of Troy. This is Troy right here, North Carolina. Let's take a look at this here real quick here. And if we look on Zillow, let's look here. This is the town in Zillow. So let's reset all of this so we can kind of see so even though it's a small town, there are pockets of activity, right? This is a small town. It's located near this other larger town. And if we go here and we look at the pending versus contract, you can see here, see this 44 number? That's active inventory. If we go pending and under contract, that's 52. So there is pending activity. The other one that we showed here, let's take a look at one of these other ones here. Richmond, Indiana. So if we go to Richmond, Indiana, right here, this is Richmond, Indiana. So it is a small town relative to the other areas, right? So if I do Richmond, Indiana, as an example, that's Richmond, and Indianapolis is here, Dayton is here, Cincinnati is here. So you know, it's not like as if you got a lead in Snow Hill or wherever, you know, like here. If you got a lead here, that would be a problem. Here in Richmond, it's a small town, but there is activity. So if we look at Richmond and we look at here, this is the total amount of homes active on the market. And actually, I'll deselect this, just only select houses, so 141 of them. And if we go pending, there's 198. So there's pending activity here. And if we look at solds here, and if we look at solds over the last, say, 90 days, there's sold properties here. And then if we look at sold activity over the last 6 months, there's definitely sold activity here. All right. So there's stuff happening in these places, even though they're small towns. And you would never thought to target these particular areas on your own when you're doing cold calling. And so let's talk about some of the reasons why Facebook ads and doing this model. Because again, the model is where we're doing wide targeting, we're getting all these opportunities, and we're doing deals where they come to us. We're not picking any one particular market. Everything is done virtually, without ever having to physically inspect the property, meet with buyers and sellers. Now, let's talk about this. The great thing about this strategy is, number one, is the leads come to you. You're not dealing with chasing motivated sellers and doing a bunch of cold calling where you get the typical, oh, well, you make me an offer. You tell me what you want to offer. Or I don't know, if I get the right price, maybe auto sell. None of that. the leads are ready to go. There's zero manual labor. These campaigns are running in the background while you're doing something else. You could be at work. It doesn't really matter. This is running in the background. You don't have any humans to manage or anything like that. That's what's great about it. You don't have to make the calls, because imagine if you either have somebody cold calling for you, or you would be the one that would be making the calls. Higher conversion, because these are inbound leads. They're ready to go. They're ready to make a decision about their property. It's easily scalable, because if you want more leads, you don't have to hire more cold callers or spend more time on the phone, or download more lists. All you do is just change the budget. That's it. And again, as I mentioned, it's rejection free. There's no more of who are you, or hanging up, or how'd you get my number, or any of that. Now, running your own Facebook ads, in my opinion, beats pay-per lead, and it does so because of a variety of different reasons. Number one is they're way cheaper. I mean, you're paying here, I'm showing you leads for $10. Even if they were $20, it doesn't really matter, because it's going to be a lot less expensive than if you were doing pay-per-lead. And pay-per-lead could change. Like you could be doing deals right now, and then 2 months from now, 3 months from now, their policies change, pricing increases, and then now all of a sudden now you've got a problem. So if you're buying leads from a pay-per-lead provider and it's working for you, don't stop. But my opinion is you should also be running these campaigns. You own the lead. There's no sharing with these leads. So you're getting an exclusive lead. You control much more. A lot of times with the pay-per-lead companies, you don't know how things are being presented on the front end. So that means that the seller may have a different opinion of what you're calling about, versus if you're running these ads as we run them, where we're telling the sellers that we're looking to buy a property. They're filling out a form. There's intent there with the messaging as well. So it's a better all-around quality lead. Again, scalable on demand. If tomorrow you wake up and you say, hey, for the next 5 days, I want more leads, you can just launch another campaign, adjust the budget. That's it. And most importantly, you build your brand, and also you have more control. Because again, marketing is the most important part of your business. So why would you want to have full control of that? So there you have it. By the way, if you're interested in learning how we run these campaigns, the type of ads we use, and everything about them, then click on one of these videos here, and that way you can learn more about this type of marketing.